Well, he bataka me. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Blessings Nation, and now welcome to the channel. Yeah man, Jaden Chase, another one that we're gonna bring on another reasoning on the topic of current affairs. So if you're new to the channel, well, I'm suggesting that you click the subscribe icon and of course let your voice be heard. Like and share the video, and yes, drop a comment in the comment section. Now let's get right into the reasoning. Now Nation, Renita Adams has again stepped forward to expose why the role of police commissioner was given to someone from the Jamaican army as opposed to someone from within the ranks of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And it is also said that age was something used by a certain political party to exclude Mr. Adams from consideration. Now it seems like the state is aware of some level of corruption within the ranks of the security forces and saw it best to have an individual from the army come across to lead the officers. May I couldn't hear what Adams have to say, and they will continue the reasoning. Look and listen.
In your mind, Mr. Adams, does that make sense? You're 68 years old now. Are you up to task for the job?
Well, if age is an issue, let me clear that up. The man who rules America now, and by extension the world, he's what, 73 years old. Methuselah, when he ruled, I think it was Israel or something, he was a very, very old man, and he achieved his objectives. So, if the people are clamoring for me and calling for me to become the commissioner of police, obviously I don't think they have taken my age into consideration. I think what they have taken into consideration is the confidence and faith in me that I probably have the capacity and the ability to give an helping hand to what we are experiencing now as it relates to criminal elements. The Jamaican people have been hijacked, demoralized along the way by criminal elements.
Where would you see where you could help out?
And it would seem to me that we have tried almost everybody. We have not tried everything, but we have tried a few persons well. And we have not achieved that objective. Yes. Based on my experience, based on what I have achieved while I was a police officer for 41 years and 3 months, I think I have something that I can offer to the Jamaican people. We have suffered considerably and manifestly on the criminal elements over the years. And I have been one of those persons in the wilderness calling for actions to be taken against these criminal elements. And it would seem to me that has fallen on deaf ears.
Yes, Nation, and now let's continue the reasoning. Now, Adams outlined the achievements that he made at the CMU. And unconventional as those tactics were, did yield some results. Of course, what cannot be overlooked is the numerous occasions on which Mr. Adams was accused of foul play. But all in all, some would state that the reasons why Mr. Adams was never considered for the post of police commissioner is because, other than being a hardcore police officer and an outspoken individual, he was also an individual that was not afraid to challenge the status quo, to challenge the political landscape, regardless of who the prime minister was, regardless of the party in power. And Mr. Adams found that individuals, whether high-ranking members of a political party or not, were involved in any type of corruption or any type of criminal activity. He was an officer that was not afraid to bring this to mainstream media and say, this is the findings of him and his unit. And think about it. To date, we have seen Renita Adams accused of numerous things, but corruption at the levels of taking bribes and not carrying out his duties as presented to him, and as he would state it, legal and legitimate duties. For the better part, we have never heard, those type of accusations being made against him. So of course, people wonder why, he wasn't someone up for consideration. The truth be told, at that moment, I think he was already retired. And as stated, the system had a plan. The system was stating that because of what has been reported as corruption at the highest level within the security forces, they're saying that maybe, and what had taken place with the former police commissioner, let's not try to forget that. Remember, what happened with the former police commissioner is that someone was claimed to be, or alleged to be, one of his close friends and confidants, was charged by North American state for being the leader of a crime ring. Yes, the friend of the former police commissioner was involved in wrongdoing. And that is how a whole thing happened with a new police commissioner being placed. Now they're stating that an officer who rises from within the ranks, because normally what you do is that, I think a vote is the same kind of democracy. People vote for who they want to be the police commissioner. And normally the process of getting other officers to vote for you, you know that go. Because you have to convince other individuals now that you would be the best fit. And while it should be placed on merit, because even if you're going to say citizens should be able to vote on who is the police commissioner, think about it. How will citizens then know of the track record of these officers? It'll have to be something with them where get publicized. It'll become a beauty pageant. And then we wouldn't have a commissioner based on work ethic, but one who was based on the one that people love. That never solve the country's issues of crime. So they decide to take someone from the army. His tenure is still being evaluated. You know what I mean? But talk to my nation. Do you agree with Renita Adams? And the fact that if we are to see true changes within the security forces, high-ranking individuals must be looked into. Because think about it. Another young corporal who just graduate from Twickenham Park and bring corruption going at the force. Start the truth. It can't be individuals who just finished training or bring high levels of corruption within our security forces. And them are bringing it to the JCF, and I can't them are bringing it to the JDF. Of course, people now follow rules and regulations. We know this. But high level corruption is different. The thing that Renita Adams are talk about are a different situation. The thing with Indicom are talk about are some different scenarios. Are some things you may not know. Let's leave it at that. Are some things that is only the privileged set of individuals. I mean, I talk about like within Indicom, within the ranks of the JCF, the Ministry of Security. Only these individuals know the level and the depth of these, corrupt acts. And also talk to me, do you think that Renita Adams would make a good police commissioner? And for those who don't know his track record, I suggest you do some research on that. I mean, before you even drop a comment or something. Those who already have instances and, certain scenarios in mind, well, tell me what you think. But remember, Renita Adams was definitely a controversial officer. But as he stated, his record cannot be denied, and the things that he were able to achieve. Truth be told, in majority of the hardcore garrison communities that we can talk about, we call strongholds for certain, let's just say hardcore garrison communities. Mr. Adams was never afraid to execute a warrant at any individual in any of these communities. Any of these communities. Just something we can say is that there's a difference now for other officers. You know what I mean? And when I tell officers to put them lives carelessly at risk. But Renita Adams was definitely an officer who people considered a fearless crime fighter. Talk to me in the comment section. When I know to feel, when I know to think, If you're new to the channel, just a pass through, but you like the reason, and of course you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and of course put it on all. And this is how you know we'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and both a share. Tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them for check out check out the reasoning. Join the discussion, the comment section up 24/7. Never lucky yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. You know what I mean? And other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions right there. We can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Renita Adams again stepped forward to expose why a commissioner was taken from, or the role of commissioner was given to somebody outside of the security forces.